Hi, welcome today. This is The Act of God's Captive, episode 20, unedited, written by your beautiful, precious Ukazim Obialor. Okay, when he got to Nnamdi's house, he met a motorcade from outside the gate with a good number of military men standing outside the gate, and he wondered what was going on. He couldn't even drive into the house because there was no space. He had to park outside, then walk into the house on foot. And that was when he looked closely and found out it was a governor's convoy. Getting inside the house, he met two men seated flamboyantly in the sitting room upstairs, and he walked up to them, though he didn't see the governor himself. "Good day, sirs," he greeted cautiously, wearing a warm smile as he stood before them with poise. "Good day. You must be the apostle we've been waiting for," one of them said, looking at him straight in the face. "Apostle Uchenna, am I right?" he added, and Uchenna nodded in the affirmative, still wearing a warm smile. "Yes, you are," he replied him. "Oh, welcome. Thank you so much for coming," the man said, offering him his hand for a handshake. "You're welcome, sir," Uchenna replied, reciprocating the handshake before he finally took his seat, and they got down to business. The man he shook his hands with introduced himself as the governor's aide and had come on a courtesy visit to see Nnamdi on behalf of the governor, but unfortunately met his absence. They had tried reaching him on the phone before the visit to the house, but his Nigerian lines were not reachable, which was the reason why they came unannounced, and it was upon their arrival that they found out from Dan, his driver, that he was out of the country. Dan gave them a contact with which they reached him and discussed the purpose of their visit to his house, and he told them that he was out of the country, but whatever it was that he wanted him to do for them, he would send for his son to stand in for him, which they accepted, and that was when he called Uchenna. The president will be visiting Enugu State for the swearing-in ceremony of the newly elected governor of the state, and the governor humbly requested the presence of Nnamdi to bless the occasion. When the governor was told that Nnamdi was not in the country and he was willing to send a representative, he accepted it, and when the aide finished discussing with Uchenna, Uchenna, called Nnamdi to let him know what they discussed, and he told him to go and grace the occasion on his behalf. After speaking with Nnamdi on the phone, he assured them that he would be there on the stated date of the governor's swearing-in ceremony, and with that, they collected his phone number and left. As Uchenna was driving back home, he got thinking about what happened a few minutes ago at Nnamdi's house. And from there, he began to reflect on the many great connections he has gotten over the years through Nnamdi, both in Nigeria and outside the country. He thought about the places and people he never would have thought in his wildest imagination that he would go and meet, that Nnamdi has used his influence to introduce and send him to, and he admitted to himself again that if it were not for Nnamdi, who gave him the shoulders to climb upon to attain the height he was, it would have taken him many years of strenuous struggles and labor to attain half of the height he has attained in life. And somebody was busy telling me nonsense about fighting for a leadership position. What again am I looking for a leadership position that this man has not used his connection to give me? He asked nobody but himself as he drove home. This is the fourth state governor he is connecting me with in Nigeria, and I have had the opportunity of meeting with high-ranking government officials outside the country through his influence, all their contacts which I still have on my phone till date, and can call any of them at any time if I needed their helps for anything in their state. To hell with that devil that thinks that he can use Elder Imenike to ruin my relationship with God's servants. If he likes, let him hand over the leadership position to his gatesman. I don't care. I am fulfilled right here with all the privileges and immunities I have and still enjoy it under him. Everybody should just mind their business. Uchenna concluded and drove home happily. When Shalom tried to find out how the meeting went and who the visitors were, he told her everything and she gave him a very wild and proud smile, then said, Apostle sir, I'm going to follow you to this swearing-in ceremony, and please don't even say anything because I have noticed you no longer carry me along with you for programs. But you see this one, I am going with you. She told him with a tone of finality, though smiling, and he turned and looked at her, surprised. Thank you for listening and watch out for the next episode. Bye.